Hello, welcome to Old Nerd Reads his Marvel Comics collection in release date order, episode 3. I just got these 4 issues of Captain America and the Falcon in the mail from eBay. These were the final issues I needed in order to begin reading my Marvel Comics in release date order. These 4 issues are the beginning of a storyline in Captain America and the Falcon. It begins in issue 169 and it goes all the way through to 175. And the storyline is plucked right from modern day headlines, basically, which makes it interesting that this takes place in 1974. But what happens is Captain America is the victim of a smear campaign on television. There's a politician backed by a villain who is putting out negative ads on television saying that Captain America is dangerous, he's a vigilante, can't be trusted, and Captain America goes on a quest to figure out where this is stemming from. And it all begins in issue 169. This person on eBay, the seller, he had these 4 issues in a lot. And, what did I pay? Did I pay $40 for these? I can't remember exactly how much it was. But these copies are all probably fine to very fine. They're pretty nice. And what I found out during getting ready for this experiment, this project, is that a lot of these older mid-70s Marvel comics, they had what was called the Marvel value stamp inside. And a lot of them are cut out. People would cut them out and you could send them in. If you collected so many of them, every issue would have, every month, I think, a new Marvel value stamp would be in like the letters page section of the comics. If you cut them out, saved them, mailed them in, you could get, I'm not sure what you could get. Probably swag of some kind, buttons, pins, something like that. But one of the reasons that I wanted to get this lot is because of issue 172. This copy I already owned. However, my copy is in very poor condition. See, there's a big sticky stain right here. Spine's very yellow and brittle. Lots of stress marks around the edges. Not too bad on the back, but still yellowed. Got a tear. The pages are very yellowed. And here, case in point, the Marvel stamp, Marvel value stamp, has been removed. So, I wanted a copy to replace this because the Marvel stamp was removed and it was in bad shape. This one is far better. The Marvel value stamp is intact, still in here. Issue 173 I own as well, which I'd like to replace. This one has the X-Men in it. This is the original reason I bought these 2 issues back when I bought them years and years ago. I don't even know how long ago I got these things, probably 20 years ago, more, 25 years ago. The reason I got these was because the X-Men guest starred. And this would be right about the time that the X-Men had a few years of just, the title was just reprints of older issues of X-Men. And right before Len Wein and Chris Claremont rebooted the X-Men franchise with Giant Size X-Men #1, I believe that came out in 75. So this would be a year or so, give or take, before the X-Men came back with the new team: Cyclops, Wolverine, Storm, Colossus, Nightcrawler, and Banshee. But up until then, the X-Men were kind of dormant, just reprints. But the reason I got this, because I was a big X-Men fan growing up. I started with the 80s X-Men, the John Romita Jr. issues, the Mutant Massacre. Right around that time is when I started really collecting X-Men comics. So when I found out that the X-Men were in these 2 issues, I picked them up. Not in very good shape, as you can see. This one, I don't even dare take this out of out of the archival bag because it's got a big tear right here, and sliding it in and out would damage it even more. As you can see, there's a tear right there. So pulling it out and putting it back into the bag is just going to make it worse. So I'd like to find a better copy of this one as well. I'll keep my eyes open for it. It's not a priority, but I'm going to keep my eyes open for a nicer copy of this one. But now I have 172, so that's replacing this one. I'll probably put this in the trade or sale stack of comics that I have. But this storyline from 169 through 175, written by Steve Englehart, drawn by Sal Buscema. It's got all kinds of guest stars. Like I said, the X-Men are in a couple issues, Falcon's in all of them. I think the Black Panther is in at least 2 issues. I think in this issue, in this issue, the Falcon goes to the Black Panther to help upgrade his costume to have more weapons, or maybe be stronger, armored somewhat. Moonstone's in this issue. Black Panther's in this as well. Black Panther's in this. And this is the very first storyline I'll read on this project of reading my Marvel Comics in order. I'll read these 7 issues. It's a 7-issue story arc. I'll read those. Then I don't have any more Captain America in my collection until issue 209. So I have a big gap between 175 and 209 where I'll be reading other comics. The next up will be Fantastic Four. The earliest issue I have, Fantastic Four, which I talked about in an older video, is number 155, and that's the beginning of a story arc. That is a February 1975 issue. So once I get through these from 1974, I won't have anything until Fantastic Four 155, which is February of 1975. And then Marvel Team Up will mix in there. Then after that, I'll start with my classic X-Men, because that'll be, I think, January 1976. Yeah, that's when Giant Size X-Men came out. So that'll be classic X-Men number 1. That'll be January 1976, 2 years after this first issue here of Captain America the Falcon. And from there, I'll be adding in some Amazing Spider-Man, some Iron Man, Avengers, supervillain Team Up, Hulk, Doctor Strange. As I go through time from January 1974, as far as I can get, I guess. I have comics all the way up through the 2000s, so I'll see how far I get. It's kind of a big endeavor, so I'm excited to try it, though. I'm excited to get going. Anyway, any trivia about these books, these Captain America and the Falcon comics, or thoughts on reading them all in published date order, please comment down below with that. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.